Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Wolverhampton listeners. You are tuned into Iman One, your local voice 24/7, all year round, 365 days. So, welcome to Lou Sisters with me, Alvina Ali. Today's show, as always, is packed with honesty, laughs, debates, and some strong opinions from our incredible panel. So, we'll cover everything from work-life balance to dating in the digital age, mental health, and the rise of technology. Topics that all affect us on a daily living basis. So, there's a slight change in plan, which I had in mind for today's program. So what we will be doing is we will be going into some of the topics that we can cover. The ones that we won't be able to cover today, we will definitely do those next week. Because there's been a change of plan and we have two very top subject matters that we need to discuss in today's show. So remember, listeners, you can call us on 01902 972 150, or you can WhatsApp on 07440 420 432 to share your views, ask questions, or just tell us what's really going on in your world. So let's meet the panel who will be keeping me on my toes today, I'm sure. So we're going to start off with Sunita. Now, she is the ultimate multitasker. She delivers babies, equality strategies, and probably has a spreadsheet for life itself. Now, if life had a user manual, she definitely wrote it. Sunita, introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Sunita Banga. I'm the Equality, Diversity and Inclusion Lead Midwife at Royal Wolverhampton Trust. Like you said, I am a really busy person. I'm a mum, I run a charity, I do lots of things at work, and I've obviously joined in with this today.
Thank you. Okay, next up is Fozia. Now, she handles teenagers daily. Now, if surviving a year 11 classroom doesn't prepare you for life, nothing will. Patience is her superpower, and she wields it like a Jedi.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Fozia. I'm a secondary school teacher. Very patient, Alvina. I don't know. You'll have to ask my children about that, though.
Right. Okay. Next up is Farida. Now, she can go from red carpet glam to supporting others in the blink of an eye. Now, she's a content queen, a contour queen, and the chaos queen we all know in the studio. Hello, Farida.
Oh, I love the chaos queen. Hello, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Everybody, Ramadan Mubarak. Yes, it's Farida, your girl, Farida Khalifa, hairstylist, makeup artist for the travelling gypsy community.
Yes.
I do lots of things, don't I? I'm known for Big Brother 2023, 2025,
Yep.
and also Blankety Blank, come join with me late and live. And watch this space, there's more to come.
Wow, a right celebrity here, that isn't it? Okay, moving on. Zahid brings focus, discipline, and calm. He'll probably have a protein shake while we're all finding our microphones. I know it's a month of fasting, though. Welcome, Zahid.
Yeah, hello, how you doing? You all right?
We're good. Can you speak near your mic, please?
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Zahid Shah. Can I just say AKA Sunny Shah? Because I go live on TikTok.
Yeah, of course.
Man of loads of skills, yeah. Ex-pro cricketer. I'm a secondary school teacher, like the lady there. And I go on TikTok as well. Do a lot of live stuff nowadays.
Lovely.
For the last few months.
Brilliant. Okay, and also we've got Khalid. Now, Khalid keeps peace where most of us won't dare to enter. Straight to the point, no nonsense, and the ultimate don't mess with me energy. And welcome, Khalid.
Thank you very much. My name's Khalid Akhtar. My daytime job is I'm a prison officer. My hobbies, I'm a radio presenter, and I do like to get people under control if I can. If I can't, then I'll let the ladies run the show. So we've got some lovely ladies here today, and I'm sure they'll be bullying me a little bit later on.
I love that.
Right. Okay. So let's kick into our first topic. Now, I've called this gig economy versus 9 to 5, freedom or stress. Now, the world of work is changing fast, as we know. Freelancing, side hustles, and gig work sound liberating, but do they really give freedom or just constant stress? And is it worth it? Who wants to kick this one off? So, do you prefer structured 9 to 5 jobs or flexible gig work?
I've never had gig work in my life.
Shall I explain what gig work is before we go into the topic area? Because it's a new phrase and it's a new word.
I thought it was like doing road shows, a gig.
Right. No. Good one, Khalid, coming from a radio presenter. Now, gig work is a way of working where people take on short-term flexible jobs, such as being an Uber driver, doing deliveries, freelancing, yes, locums. They prefer to have a flexible schedule than a 9 to 5 job. So that's what it is. So I see it as an extra income, and it could be a side hustle. So that's what we mean by gig work. So do you prefer your normal 9 to 5 jobs or a flexible gig work? Do any of you do anything outside of your jobs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely. But Khalid was first, so I'm not going to step on his toes. I don't want to get arrested here, you get me?
I could have arrested you, but I don't anymore. I'll put you into a cell nowadays. Gig work, I do loads of jobs for the wife, but those ain't counted as gigs. But no, not really. I'm a 9 to 5 person. I like focus. I like to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing it. I like to know when I'm going to have my free time, and I could plan things better. And I think with gig, you could only do it if you got loads of free time.
Yeah. Right. Zahid?
Yeah, I think I've got I do loads. So get paid for loads of avenues. So obviously you've got your job, and then you've got I tutor as well. So that's a little bit of a side hustle. And then I cricket coach, and I forgot to mention this, I teach self-defence, so there's always something going on.
Yeah.
And I'm always doing something to earn a little bit fee on the side, as they say.
Excellent. Now, so how do you think some of these gig workers might cope with income uncertainty?
Yeah. I was going to say, to be honest, I don't think it's a choice for many people. It's about multiple stream incomes these days. It's not like the olden days where you could have one person earning and the rest of the family, a homemaker, taking care of the children. It's not like that anymore. It's very much multiple stream incomes.
Yeah.
Which can also, when I say multiple stream incomes, people are putting in far more than your normal hours into one stream.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Is this because you think people can't pay their bills anymore because
Well, absolutely.
the price is going up of electric, gas,
Yeah.
shopping?
Yeah.
This is the reality. People aren't affording a lifestyle. They're just sort of working to live.
I think a lot of people have their day jobs, but probably have got a side hustle as well.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
for that extra cash. I think working in the NHS, I've definitely done shift work before. And that's easier to do when I didn't have children. But when the children came along, for me personally, 9 to 5 works better because it just gives me some time back. So I've got the evenings, I've got the weekends, but I also do a lot of things during that time. So I run a baby bank. I make lots of TikToks about pregnancy in Punjabi.
Yeah.
I do those. Obviously, I'm not getting paid for none of that. But yeah,
You're doing something to give back to the community anyway, aren't you?
I would say so.
In that sense, yeah.
But how could you get paid for that? You know those videos that you're doing?
Yeah.
There's got to be a way, because on TikTok, if you...
Yeah, what-
I haven't got enough followers to get paid. So I think
Oh,
once I have that,
Sunita, you're slacking. We
I
need to
know.
work on that.
I just do it in my spare time, to be honest. Somebody will ask a question and I'll just answer it.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not about making money. I just literally do that just to answer that, because we get a lot of people whose English is not their first language.
Yeah.
So I just answer questions for them because they don't understand what's going on. They don't understand their appointments sometimes, or how the system works, or what they need to do to get prepared for baby. So I give that information in Punjabi. But to me, I'm just sharing information. I'm not doing that for a side hustle, as in to make money.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not too. I'm not out there for the money side of it, really.
Sometimes that's more rewarding than
It
making
is,
money.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do think so. I learn a lot as well. I learn a lot about what happens in the rest of the UK regarding maternity care.
Yeah.
So asylum seekers, for example, some of them are very worried about having to pay for treatment. And where I work, we do send them a bill, not asylum seekers, sorry, people who are undocumented or haven't got their legal stay in the country.
Yeah.
So they normally get a bill at the end of their pregnancy, whereas other parts of the country, women are messaging me and saying, I've been sent this bill, I've just found out I'm pregnant, and my hospital want to charge me. So I'm still learning about how immigration and the money side of it all works in the NHS. But it's a minefield, it really is.
It is. I'm going to try and help you, Sunita, now.
Oh, please do.
I'm going to try and get you a bit of a plug on airtime here. So if
Okay.
you let everybody know what your TikTok is, and hopefully you'll have some
New followers.
new followers flooding in.
Oh, thank you. Really easy. It's just my name. It's Sunita Banga, midwife. I put midwife on the end now because I think it just clarifies who you are, makes it a bit more
Yeah.
for people as well, easier to find. But it's just Sunita Banga, midwife. If you give me a follow, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Thank you very
Lovely.
much.
And if you just spell the surname for people,
Yeah.
because they might put a H like
Yeah,
I
no.
normally do, but
Yeah, it's Sunita, Sunita, space Banga, Banga, and then midwife.
right, excellent. Now, it can't be obviously easy knowing that payday isn't guaranteed for these gig workers. So, can unpredictable work affect relationships and family life if they're not getting that uncertainty?
100%, because you can't plan for the future.
Yeah.
You don't know when your next gig is. So if you've got any plans with your family, if you're taking the kids out and you've got to cancel them all of a sudden because you've got a job coming, maybe that will take a toll on your relationship as well.
There is, and then
Can I just support that? That's
Yeah.
an excellent point, because
Yeah.
that's what happens with me. Sometimes I'll get a phone call from a tuition centre to say somebody's dropped out. Can you please come in? And me and the boss at home, she's probably got a plan for me. And then I've just told her, I said, look, I've just had a call. They need me at the centre in the next hour. And she'll say, you got to go. Do you know what I mean? And, we were talking about why we're doing these side hustles. It's because, e.g., just water rate has gone up by 26%. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
and you got your council tax, which is going to follow
Yeah.
pursuit as well, haven't you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Alvina.
Yeah.
And these are the reasons why.
But let's be real. What you describe as gig work is most people's self-employment. When they are self-employed, that is their lifestyle.
Yeah, I agree with you. Obviously, flexibility is great, but obviously there are hidden costs. People might have debts, like you said. Energy prices are going up, food costs are going up, council tax is going up, water rates are going up.
Let's see what happens to the oil
Yeah.
with all the. Yeah.
Yes, let's see what happens. Now, would you say that the younger generation are better suited to the gig work economy then?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
They just this stuff, TikTok and my lad, he's 20 odd and he was just showing me stuff on there and I was thinking, okay, I am a dinosaur, but yeah. But he was showing me
Yeah.
stuff on here, and the young people nowadays, all they're looking to do is work from these kind of platforms. Do you know what I mean? So they're pretty cool with it. So by the time they're in adulthood, they're going to be making a lot of money from so many different avenues. And even though you were talking about earlier on, oh, you can't guarantee income, these guys are getting guaranteed incomes. So for example, like Faisal Khan, Hanji Boom, he's got about 100,000 followers. He's making, he's making some change by just doing TikTok.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And he does a lot for the community as well, doesn't
Yes,
he?
he does.
Fozia.
Just going on a bit of a different tangent, but to do with the gig economy, I think a lot of the youth are going against Islamic values and principles as well when they're doing some of these clips that they're uploading or some of the jobs they're doing.
Yeah.
And I think we need to take that into consideration with our futures as well and with the youth as well. So,
Yeah.
just in case.
So talking about that then, do you think that parents could then influence their children as to what they can do and what they can't do on TikTok?
I think there's a certain age up until we can influence our children, and after that, it's up to them, isn't it? They're their own person then.
Yeah.
But
I
for
think
me-
they influence us now,
True.
especially once they're over, like you say, a certain age. We haven't got a choice. I mean, I don't know anything about technology, and my kids have to show me, or my nephews have to show me, We've set up like a 5-camera TikTok when I do my radio show. I didn't have a clue how to get that going, but the nephew's done all that, and alhamdulillah, you know, I'm catching up with them slowly.
So obviously teenagers, young adults, they've all grown up with apps, and most of them are doing side hustles, as we know. And some of them have become influencers as well. So does that make them naturally more resilient or just more stressed doing that? I mean, personally on my side, doing social media and working full time and doing my own side hustles, you know, I'm sort of pulling my hair out thinking, oh my God, I need to go onto Instagram, I need to post this, I need to do this, I need to do that. How do you think the teenagers, the younger generation, are coping with this? Are they getting more stressed?
Yeah, I don't think they are coping, to be honest. Not just anybody that lives their life on social media full time has got issues with their mental health, their social skills. You know, it's a serious problem, and they can be very addictive to earning, and not having a life, and not really living their life.
Yeah.
And we all know time is something we can't get back. But yeah, I think you need to look out for anybody that is living their life full time online.
It's quite addictive as well,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is.
It's really not all
It's
about
really
money.
addictive. And some people, they're growing up with this, so to them it's very normal to put everything on social media. Like you see new people coming along on social media, and literally they're starting to vlog everything. So they're on there when they're cooking, when they're, you know, taking the makeup off, putting the makeup on, getting ready for work, driving. It becomes a constant addiction,
Yeah.
and that's an issue.
It's like you were mentioning, living about parents. So when my daughter had a phone, initially she got onto her apps and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I did have a word with her, and I said to her, don't put certain things up, you don't need
Yeah.
to. You know, even your food and whatnot, you know, keep it to a limit, because you don't know what other people can afford and not afford either.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Secondly as well, you just have to keep it, you know, hidden.
Evil eye.
That's right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, Nazar, isn't it as well?
Yeah,
so, you
it
know,
is.
photos of yourself as well, keep that limited as well. Just, you know, be safe. And I think that's why I always tell all students I teach as well, look after yourselves. Because it can cause anxiety. Oh, do I
It
look
can.
okay? Does my hair look okay? Does my face look okay?
Yeah.
And that's extra stress then as well.
And you know, talking about Islamic values, people use even going to Umrah,
Yeah.
blogging it, and using it as a marketing tool. That's where you think you really, really have lost the plot now.
Yeah.
You know, seriously.
Yeah.
And then they'll come back. In my time, when I was growing up, if you did something like Umrah, you took it that seriously. You were starting to practice 5 times a day, put on your hijab, and
Yeah.
practice Islam properly.
Yeah.
Whereas you're finding girls are then having whatever, boob jobs, nose jobs, all sorts of
Yeah.
stuff. Even when and then they get all on the defensive when they're sort of pulled up. But if you're an influencer and you're influencing our Muslim brothers and sisters, then of course we are going to pull you up on it. You know.
Yeah.
So I do think it's really, you know, you've got to think about what role you're playing and how you're, influencing society.
I agree with you there, especially when you talked about the topic of Umrah and people using cameras and TikToks and doing videos. Because going back, the very first time I went and did my Umrah, this is going back in the early 90s, I had one of those little camcorders, and I took that. And the minute I stepped out of the hotel and started filming, I had like security come that says either we're going to confiscate it or you get rid of it. Because basically what they could do is they could confiscate it and they could break it, smash it up, and you know, you've lost your. But all that's gone now, isn't it?
Well, I just don't get it, because when I was growing up, for example, my mum, she was so strict with us when it come to the month of Ramadan. She took the plug out the TV, and it was like, no watching telly, focus on your prayers. And I'm so glad that she had that discipline with us. You know, it really makes you the person that you become. And like, whereas now, I mean, years ago, you couldn't even, as a woman, you couldn't do Hajj on your own.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, apparently, we don't need our ihram.
No,
we
you
can
don't,
go.
yeah.
Women can go on our own. I just don't understand Islam and how, unfortunately, the Arabs. It's all about money, isn't it?
It is,
I mean,
yeah.
even the ticket to Hajj is ridiculous. The price of it.
Yeah.
Like.
And the lottery system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm glad you talked about Hajj. We're going to come on to that particular subject area. That's why Khalid's here today. Hence, 5 people on the panel. It's a bit overpowering. So we will talk about that. Is there anything else that you guys want to add on to the gig economy versus a 9 to 5, freedom or stress?
You know, because a lot of them are algorithm based as well. So
Yes.
if the person doesn't perform or they've done something that is in line with what they're allowed to do,
Mm.
the algorithm may not realise that is in line with that, and they can sometimes be banned or disable their account as well. So they
Yeah.
lose income from that. So.
I think Khalid knows a lot about disabling
I,
accounts.
I actually got banned this week from TikTok.
Wow.
Should I talk about it?
Yeah, of course you can. Yes.
I was talking about a boxing match that is going to happen. Manny Pacquiao, he's going to be fighting, and because I use the word Pacquiao, the algorithm of the AI
Yeah.
thought I
Yeah.
said Pacquiao,
Yeah, yeah.
and when my nephew said, "Oh, we've just been flagged up," I says, "What for?" He says, "You probably said the word." And that was it. As soon as he said it, they
Yeah.
cut me off for 3 days. So
So you 3 said it quite continuously, didn't you?
Yeah.
You, Shaq, and your nephew, wasn't it? Yeah.
So so we took you on the wrist. I'll be back. I'm back on tonight, I think.
But you know what, Kelly? That's happened to me as well, and I don't even know what I said. Do you remember when India and Pakistan played?
Yeah.
And me being a Pakistani fan,
Die hard.
well, we're all die hard, isn't it? And bit vexed, as they say. And I did a little TikTok, and I just said something along the lines of, Jasprit Bumrah. Right? I just said that he throws the ball, and somebody didn't like that. They took offence, reported me, and I got blocked for 2 or 3 days from TikTok.
Yeah.
So you've got to be very careful. You know what you say.
You're back on the 1st of March. Well,
Yeah,
is it today?
today's
Oh,
first one.
today,
Yeah,
of
she'll be
course,
back
yeah.
on tonight,
Oh my God, I
yeah.
don't even know my days here. Right, okay. Let's wrap this up then. So gig economy versus 9 to 5, freedom or stress. I've got to say, obviously, we've agreed that flexibility is great until the bills don't wait for your schedule. So balance is everything. So that's what we've shared with everybody and through our own lifestyles as well. So at least you know when to hustle and when to rest as well. I hope you all do. Right, now I've got just under a minute, and I'm just going to remind you as to what's coming up in the second half of the hour. So I've got Brother Khalid here, and he will be talking about Hajj and how to navigate the new Nusuk system. And also I've got Sunita, who will be talking about a very great cause that she is involved in, and she would like the community to help out as well. Now, if you, the listeners, have got any questions for the panel, please feel free to give us a call on 01902 972 150, or drop us a text on 07440 420 432. Now, it could be about anything. It could be about our subject matter on the show today, or if you've got a question for our panelists, please feel free to drop in your questions. We've got a good range of skill workers here. So if you've got any issues, I'm sure they'll be happy to address them. So just a reminder, we will be coming back and we will be talking about navigating Hajj and the Nusuk system. And also we've got a special GoFundMe appeal for a very young baby. And this is where we will need your help. So give us a call, 01902 972 150, or drop us a WhatsApp on 07440 420 432. And we will see you straight after the break.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello? Yeah? Yes, Lina. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just listening
we're in
to
a break at the moment. Are you all right to hold?
I'm alright to hold, right? Just quick question.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. My daughter, right, she's been removed from my baby mum, right? She was put in a foster care home, yeah? But she's not even meant to be there, really. They haven't even got an order for her to be there, right? The order doesn't state that she has to stay there,
Right,
right?
can I just say, obviously this is a personal issue.
Yeah.
Can you sort of call us towards the end of the show and I'll take the matter?
Okay, then, thank
Okay,
you.
I don't want to really
What time's
vary.
that?
Sorry?
Yeah. What time would that be?
So the show closes at about 12:30. If you drop me a WhatsApp message on
Ah,
07440.
1 second. Let me just get this number. Sorry. 2 seconds. What's the number? Sorry.
So the number is 07
07
440
440
420
420
432.
43.
Yeah.
Zulfi there, Zulfi.
Can you not please mention any names? I've got panel
Oh,
members here. I want to keep this
I'll have you. Okay,
confidential.
sorry.
Yeah. If you send me your number
Yeah.
on that WhatsApp, I've got
Yeah.
somebody who can help you. All right.
What should I save you under?
Just under Iman One because that's the Iman One radio telephone number.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Thank
Welcome back. As my mouse disappeared. Okay, welcome back. This is Iman One, and you are tuned into us on DAB radio. And also, you can watch us live on Facebook and YouTube this very minute. And you can also find a link to the stream in our socials as well. So, this is now a topic about navigating Hajj and the Nusuk system. As you all know, Hajj is the fifth pillar of Islam, a once in a lifetime obligation for those who are physically and financially able. Now, every year, millions gather in Mecca to fulfill their sacred duty, performing rituals in places such as Masjid al-Haram, Mina, Arafat, and Muzdalifah. I hope I've said that right. Now, for many aspiring pilgrims today, the biggest test begins long before they even board a plane. Now, with thousands of hopeful Hujjaj currently feeling stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed, trying to secure a package through the official Saudi booking platform, Nusuk, we felt this discussion was absolutely necessary. And thanks to Brother Cal, who has joined us today, he has experienced with Nusuk system. He will be talking about that and will also be guiding us through how it works, common mistakes that people are making, and sharing his own personal experience navigating the platform. So, Assalamu alaikum, Kal, again, and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. So I actually made intention to go to Hajj this year, back in June last year.
Okay.
So I decided, I said to the wife, we've seen the world now. It's time to fulfill our obligation.
Yeah.
So I was going to South Africa in August, September, and I had to take all these injections. So what I done was I took my injection as well for Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
I was that confident. I don't know, something was calling me. And let me tell everyone out there, you don't go to Hajj, you get invited to Hajj.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
And I had a feeling everything I was doing, I was trying my best. I wanted to get this package. So my journey started in June. I didn't know how tough the system is now just to get a package. It's like a lottery system. So traditionally, before 2023, if you wanted to book a Hajj package, you'd go to a Hajj travel agent, give them your passport, your money, and off they went with your passport, stamped it with a visa, and arranged your Hajj with a local Hajj group. Hajj did not be that expensive. I think back in the day, under £2,000, you could get a package for, maybe less. But since 2023, to book Hajj as a British citizen, it's all changed. The price of Hajj has increased significantly. There used to be a lot of fraud happening back in the day. We all know somebody who's given money to a Hajj
Travel agent, yeah.
And they never saw you again. So to stop all this, Saudi Arabia have got their own Nusuk system.
Yeah.
So what you have to do now is you have to register with Nusuk. So there's a whole there's a 10-step verification system. So firstly, you have to register for Hajj on their website, www.hajj.nusuk.sa. Create an account, your name, address, country, the registration country that you're going from. So every country has a quota. So for the UK, the initial quota was only 3,600 people.
Okay.
So you've got to imagine 100,000 people apply and only 3,600 get a chance to go in phase one. So there's different phases. So we had phase one in February the 1st, and then we're in phase two at the moment, where the countries that couldn't get rid of their quota, they're trying to sell theirs. Phase threes should be any time now. I was thinking it might have been today, but Alvina says, can you do the show next week? And I says, Alvina, it might be a bit too late. So hence I've come here now. So phase three will be opening. There's thousands of people out there waiting to buy a package. The Saudi system is so bad. They're not even giving you a proper date where you could sit down and just concentrate on buy this package. So anyway, I'll just go through the package system. So you got to register, you got to take photograph images. You can't just take a photo image. They have to be a certain pixel size. So especially our older people, I mean much older than me and Zahid, how are they going to navigate the system? Even their kids are struggling with this. So there's like little bots that you could go on, take a photo, and they'll change the pixel, change your photo with a white background. A lot of people do not even get verified. So that's the first step. They don't get verified, they can't move on to the next stage. So you have to get verified first. If you're not a permanent resident, you have to take proof of how you're staying in the country. So like if you've got a green card, you need to submit all that as well. I'm just losing myself here a bit. Some of the photos, now you think like ladies, if you're going to take a photo and you know you're going to a Hajj, you're going to wear a chunni or a scarf.
Yeah.
No. Some of the ladies are just taking photos for the sake of it, submitting them, and they're getting declined as well.
So why is that then? Is it because they're wearing a headscarf?
They're not wearing a headscarf.
So they have to wear a headscarf.
They have to wear a headscarf. Because this is going to be on your ID throughout the Hajj.
Okay.
So these are some of the stuff that people are getting wrong. So the next stage, once you get verified, you have to look at your packages. There's different types of packages. So a luxury package, premium package, a standard package. These packages differ from like 5-star hotels to different camps. 2 major camps are Majal al-Kubsh, which is the camp close to the Jamarat. So some people who have got the money, they're closer to the Jamarat where you have to stone the devil. They want them, and there's only 5,000 spaces.
Wow.
And those got sold out within the first 30 minutes. So this is how, people don't realise there's so much more to getting a Hajj package than just going online and ticking boxes. You have to decide whether you want a shifting package or a non-shifting package. So there's difference between these packages. A shifting package is that nearer to the time of actual Hajj, your Hajj provider will move you nearer to the Mina camps, a place called Azizia, which will make life easier for you guys in the 5 main days of Hajj. The Azizia hotels could be a good comfort break to go back to your hotel to get a shower, freshen up, get a few hours sleep. A non-shifting package is that once you're in Mecca, you stay around the Haram Sharif. But whilst on the days of Hajj, it will near be possible for you to come back to your hotel because you'll be in the Mina camps. But once Hajj is complete, you spend the rest of your time near the Haram Sharif. So there's cons and pluses to getting these packages. Then you got types of rooms. Do you want a quad room, double room, triple room? Most people want to get a double room because you got to be couples. But in Mina, it doesn't matter because the men have to be with men. 100 people in a room. Or in the hotels, if you want a package, it's best to take a quad room because you got more chance of getting into a quad room than a double room. So there's loads of variants.
And can I just ask, what type of pricing are these packages?
So they start this year because the pound was so good. I bought a package which last year was £10,500, and I got it for 8,600. So they start from 6,500. You could pay 15 grand, you could pay 30 grand. It depends on where you want to stay. But average, I reckon, at the moment, it's about £10,000.
Is that per person
per
then?
person,
Per
yes.
person,
Per
okay.
person, yeah. So it's not a cheap exercise anymore. And I think the Saudi government are just taking advantage of the pilgrim. I mean, they must be making billions.
Yeah, and you know what's really interesting? The prices differ so much. Like, if somebody was to get a package from somewhere like India, it's so much cheaper.
Yeah.
They really do take the, with the UK and
it's
sort
the
of the
Western
Western
countries.
they really target the
So
Western.
it's Canadians, United States, Australians, the UK, even the South Africans now, Germany, France. That's their bread and butter.
Yeah.
And that's where they're trying to get all the money out of. And like you say, a lot of our people, they do go the Pakistan, India route.
Yeah.
They think it's cheaper. But I know people paying $6,500 there now. And I think there's a new system coming in from Pakistan next year that you have to do like a NUSAC system in Pakistan. But countries like Indonesia, there's a 3-year waiting list just to
gosh.
get to Hajj.
And this is supposed to be one of our, a thing that we're supposed to do in Islam.
It is.
Like, make it make sense.
I know. It's like you said earlier on, Farida, that Saudi Arabia now is just thinking about money, income, into their country. It's like a tourist place more than anything now,
It's like
isn't it?
influencers have turned it into a, money-making thing.
Yes.
And unfortunately, the Arab world have made it into a money-making thing, and they've just put Islam aside, which is so sad.
Yeah.
I mean, they are investing a lot in the infrastructure around the MENA camps. They're trying to make life a bit more easier. But I still don't think it justifies billions and billions of pounds. And I don't think they should be making money out of it, but that's one of their main income sources for Saudi Arabia.
Well, apparently the oil's running out, but it's in about 300 years. So, they're obviously well in advance trying to make as much money as they can. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah. So it is difficult, but can I just tell you my story
Yes.
of how I booked the Hajj?
Yeah, go on.
So I've obviously got prepared for it, and on the day, Sunday morning, it was 1st of Feb, I got up early, read my namaz. I was crying after my namaz, praying, God, please let me be one of the ones.
Chosen ones.
Chosen one. And I got on at 9 o'clock, and I got into the system, and it had the Kaaba in the middle of the screen and a circle going round and round. And we had this group chat. And I thought, on the group chat, it said, wait 20 minutes, you'll get on. So waited 20 minutes, and I got onto the system, and I thought, I'm too early here because the system don't go live till 12 o'clock, and I'm 9 o'clock. So I got off the system. Anyway, I'm lying, I had my breakfast, and then on the group it says, join now, because there's a queue.
Oh, wow.
So I went straight back into it, and eventually it said 3 hours waiting time. That went to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then it went to a day. And then come 12 o'clock, the packages opened, and on the group it started pinging, saying, bought my package. And I'm looking at my screen. I've got 23 hours left to get onto the system itself. And I started to panic, and this chap, his name was James T. Kirk. If nobody knows, James T. Kirk is the captain of Star Trek. And he says to me, does anybody need any help? And I went straight on, because he just bought his package and he was on the system.
Yeah.
So I'm getting goosebumps just talking about this now. Anyway, I messaged him straight away, and I says, can you help me, please? And he goes, yes. And I gave him all my password, my email address, and I just says, just book it for me. And it took him about 30 minutes, because once you give him a password, an email comes to you. You have to give him an OTP, a one-time password. Anyway, alhamdulillah, this chap booked it for me without me even getting logged on. So as I was saying, it's a divine invitation from, I could have done anything, I didn't even have to log on that day, and God was going to take me to the Hajj. So it just proves that it's an invitation, and it's, one of the best feelings. I mean, I cried so much as soon as I found out. And I owe that James T. Kirk, whose real name is Ahmed, my afterlife, because doing Hajj is a reward of Jannah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
to me, that chap and his wife, because I could hear him in the background, do that, press that, and they were as nervous as I was, because the pressure was on them now for them to get me my package. But yeah, alhamdulillah, it's all worked out well. But phase 3 is this week, and I just wanted people to know, if you're waiting, don't be disheartened. Almighty's watching. Do lots of du'as.
Definitely.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go on.
So, have you got the package?
Yes, I've got the package. Yeah,
So when are you going?
I'm going 14th of May. if the war
Mashallah.
stops by then.
I know. This
You
is
know,
the
that's
thing,
another
isn't it?
thing that you start worrying about now because are the flights going to get cancelled? You know, you start worrying.
Well, Saudi Arabia have cancelled some flights.
They have, yeah.
to
And the
Riyadh.
flights I'm going on is with Qatar, and Qatar have stopped all flights. But
Well, inshallah, it's
it
just
should
for
be
the
fine.
interim,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be all right by May, inshallah.
So, Khalid, you've obviously experienced stress and a lot of confusion going through the process.
I couldn't sleep. The 2
Yeah.
weeks before, I couldn't sleep at night because I was that stressed out. What am I going to do? How am I going to do it? I didn't want to let my wife down either because, she, bless her, she didn't have a clue what was going to happen, you know. And she was running into the... I'd done it all in my studio because that's my space. That is.
Yeah.
I like to be switched off. And I was just at 3 computers, all running at once, trying to get onto this system.
I was
And
going to ask
couldn't.
you that. Obviously, did you use multiple devices
I
then
did,
in
yes.
order to
Yes,
try and
yes.
secure your
Yeah.
package?
You know, the first time I got on, I left that device on the log-on page. So I thought it's going to be easy just for me to log on straight away. But and then I opened different tabs. So if one failed, I had the other one. But all 3 failed.
Oh, my word.
You know the verification process you were saying as well, when you initially have to apply?
Yeah.
That takes time. And the photos,
Yeah.
people I've spoken to, they said they had to resubmit their photos over 30, 40, 50 times
Yeah.
just for the photos to get
Yeah.
verified.
Alhamdulillah, I'd done mine first time.
First time around, it got
First time.
accepted.
Everything I'd done,
Yeah, Mubarak, yeah.
first time.
Allah facilitated it for you. that's
Exactly. It
one.
made it easy for me.
Yeah.
And this is Hajj before the Hajj.
Yeah,
You know,
obviously.
this is... I mean, Hajj itself is stressful, but
Yeah.
this... This is Hajj itself,
It
and
is,
it's a
yeah.
test, and a lot of people fail this test.
I mean, even if worst case scenario you aren't able to go, and all the people who have booked onto it, Allah will accept it, inshallah.
Inshallah, yeah.
Because you know you had
The
to
intention,
go.
yeah,
Yes,
exactly, yeah.
So this music system or this app,
Yeah.
obviously there's
There's 2 apps.
there's 2 apps.
Yeah, you got a mobile app which is for your Umrah. So if
Okay.
you want to book the...
So can I just ask, does that mean that we can't book via an agent
No,
anymore?
that's all
No.
stopped now.
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, it's all changed.
It's
now.
like Cal was saying that
Yeah.
they were overcharging, they were taking money off you, and then you weren't guaranteed, a place.
Yeah.
So a lot because of that, Saudis introduced this new app, like Cal was saying. Yeah.
I
So-
think they've introduced it more for financial benefits.
As
Yeah.
well.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
100%.
there is that.
Yeah.
So what they've done is, all these people who used to take you from Hajj here,
Yes,
they've took that all off them.
off them.
And they've lost their jobs basically, well, most of them. So they got service providers in Saudi Arabia who then hire these guys to look after you on the day or that month. So it's a bit of a mess at the moment, but it is getting better.
Yeah.
So from 23, 24, I mean, in 2024, I've been told that once they were waiting for the OTPs to come through, that was taking nearly 15 minutes. And then they were pressing it again, and then he was waiting for another OTP, and he was putting the wrong passwords in. It was just a whole mess. This year, alhamdulillah, all the OTPs came in within 20, 30 seconds. So it made life much easier.
Just explain. You abbreviated the word OTP. Just explain that to the
It's
listeners.
a one-time password.
One-time password.
Yeah, so what happens is when you log onto the system, Saudi Arabia sends you a 6-digit code, which you need to enter to get into the system. So when my friend Ahmed, he lives in Kent, by the way, he then phoned me and says, I need your OTP. And then obviously when I looked at my email, hoping he was going to come straight away. So I gave it
Mashallah.
to him, and he was then, because I had all the packages configured already, because you get time before that to pick your package. All you have to do is get on and press.
So
buy.
I'd assume that the package, does it include the flight?
There's 2 types. You could get a group flight, which is a bit more expensive. My group flight cost me £1,900 per person.
Wow.
And normally you'd pay that for business class. Or
Yeah.
this is how much they rip you off. But then you got like a Saudi Arabian type of sky scanner, which you could pick your own flight, but you have to buy it through that portal.
Yeah, yeah.
So that it takes a bit longer. That's why people say just buy the group flight, because it's easier. Just one click. Once you have to buy your own flight, you have to navigate like the sky scanner, what times, what dates,
Yeah, yeah.
and that takes time. And by then, your packages are sold. So
Wow.
5 minutes. I did manage to get on on my system, and only had 5 minutes. But within 5 minutes, the UK quote had already gone.
Oh my word! So why is it that some people see the packages and others don't?
If you're not verified, you won't see the
So
packages.
that's the only reason why you won't see the
Yeah,
packages.
you have to be verified to move on to the next stage. So
Okay.
it's very crucial that you get verified first. So like I got family who wanted to go, and I asked her, I says, have you got verified? She goes, no, I keep on getting declined. I says, well, come to me and I'll get you verified. She never came back to me,
Oh,
and she
it's
never
not-
got verified.
It's not meant to be
It's
for
not
her,
meant
then,
to
was
be,
it?
Yeah, so you have to be
So
verified.
verification is just basically having your picture taken.
Your picture taken properly, got to be the right pixels. Your passport, people take the whole photo of the whole page.
And-
It's only the bottom page, where your photograph is and your main
And
details.
how long does it take for the verification to come
It
through?
took mine 2 weeks, but as it gets closer to the day of phase one, they done it in within days and hours because they had more people doing it.
There's another step, isn't there, as well, though? When it comes to paying, you have to put it into different
You have to
accounts.
put into an e-wallet.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
an e-wallet, and there's different ways of putting into an e-wallet. So
Sounds more and more
Yeah,
confusing, doesn't
so
it?
they say use like a Monzo card, a Revolut card, an HSB Global card, because there's no charges on these. So once you pay, you got a limit of, mine was £25,000 I can make if you got that income in there. You can make it at one go. People were doing bank transfers. Bank transfers take 10 days. Yeah, so there's no way they were going to get it. So you got to listen to these Hajj providers, listen to what they say. So yeah, it's an e-wallet, and then you got difficult circumstances. If you've got a family of 5 and they all live in different households, do you have different accounts, or do you put them all in one account, and then you have to get all their money into that one account? So you're talking 50, 60,000 pounds going
Wow.
through the one account. And then if one of them don't get verified, none of you will get that package, because there's one person on there who's not verified. So you've got to be very, clever. If you know somebody ain't doing it, get them off your account.
It's a lot to take in, really,
It is
isn't
a
it?
lot. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of
Yeah.
hassle. You age.
I can imagine. Oh.
And
Just listening to you, it is a bit
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
It is.
And stuff. And, it might be useful, Cal, that you could guide other people.
Yeah, well, what I'm doing is I was waiting for phase 3, and I'm going to log on early. That's my plan.
Yeah.
To log on, say, 8 o'clock in the morning, get on that system, and then when the people on the groups and they can't get on, I'm going to say,
Try and help them.
I will help them.
You're going to become Captain Kirk, aren't you?
Exactly. I'm going to fly that enterprise.
Imagine the reward.
Yeah,
Exactly.
alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
So that's why, you're saying, okay, could you come in there? No,
I
can't.
understand now why you said
got
it, yeah.
I've got to help the
Yes.
fellow who judge.
Of course, you've got to do
Well,
that.
Can I just add something? I did Hajj 20 years ago.
Yeah,
It just took me 2 days, man, to book everything in.
brilliant.
Cost about
Well, that was without the system, though, wasn't it?
Absolutely. But I'm just saying it. I mean,
We've got 30 seconds remaining.
Wouldn't have been able to handle that stress.
No, it is
No.
it is
No.
stressful. It is, but the reward, it's second to none, isn't it? Yeah.
Right, we're going to go straight into a break, and we are going to come back to Khalid because I've got still some questions about this system. And obviously, we want to help our listeners try and engage with us. And obviously, Cal will try and see what he can do for you. So we're going to take a break, and we shall be right back. Welcome back to Iman One. You are tuned into Lou Sisters, and just before the break, we were talking about Khalid's experience of navigating Hajj through the music system. Now, he talked about his personal experiences. He talked about the understanding of the music app and how it actually works, and also he went behind what the waiting room and the technical stress that he did face. So, Khalid, if I can come back to you then, can you tell us about some of the common mistakes that the pilgrims are making from what you've seen and heard?
Yeah, just the basic, like we talked about, the photographs, the passports, using the wrong facility for topping up your e-wallet. And then there's no other mistakes. It's just timing and how God works, logging on. If you are in phase 3, I just suggest that you log on first thing in the morning. If the system's going live at 12, get on at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Just wait there, just fiddle around with the mouse so you don't get logged off. And inshallah, you will get your package.
Yeah, my next question was going to be, how can listeners prepare now before the next release window? And you've already answered that. So the best thing to do is that if the package is going to open...
just make sure you configure your packages.
Right.
That's
When you say configure, expand on that for the listeners.
So the configure is, first of all, you pick your camp. There's only one camp left. So you pick that one camp, Musafir. Then you have to pick what room you want to go in.
Okay.
Is it going to be a quad room with 3 other sisters or 3 other brothers?
Okay.
Or is it a triple room? So you got more chance of getting a quad room than you have a double room.
Okay.
So maybe that's changed in phase 3, maybe because everyone went for the quad room, left the double rooms. But what happens is if you press pay and it'll tell you, if it's not gone through, it'll tell you that you've got no space in the double room. Go for a triple room. It'll tell you that.
Okay. So
you have to go back and
Yeah.
then click triple room and then come back out. And then it might say the flight's sold out. So you
Okay.
have to go back in and then find another flight which you manually have to pick, which will take a little bit longer. But if you've pre-planned all this in advance, so you have to have a plan B and a plan C.
Okay.
So when I went initially, I had 5 plans.
Wow.
If A didn't work, I was going to go to B,
Don't-
C,
yeah.
D. I had all the flights written down. I was going to go from Birmingham on a Pegasus flight. If that ain't going to work, I'm going to go from Manchester on a Pegasus flight because those were the cheapest ones. And then my third choice was go from London on a Saudi flight. So I had 5 plans in my head, and I never got to use one of them.
Oh, wow. Obviously, God had his own plans,
He
didn't
had
he?
his own plan, yes.
So now talking about, you spoke about the financial transparency as well, and you mentioned that the package prices go up and everything. And so can you sort of tell me then, what should people know about the refund policies if nothing works out for you?
Okay, so the refund, because I put extra into my e-wallet because I had every scenario covered. I went for the quad room, but I paid for a double room. I paid for the extra flight in my head if I couldn't get it. So my cost was 87,000 rials. I put 100,000 rials into the system. So as soon as my package was paid, the next day I asked for my refund. You get charged 2.65%.
So that make you money again, isn't it?
to get your money back.
Wow.
But then if you've topped up within 14 days of that package, you get 100% of that money back. But then after April, there's a certain date. If you cancel your package, you get nothing back.
Oh.
So it's wise to take insurances out. So I'm insured. So if I don't go, at least my money will come back. There's cancellation fees. So I've had to prepare for that as well. Especially like what's happening around the world today. There's a lot of flights. There's a lot of people going to Umrah today, tomorrow. They've had to cancel their flights because of the war. So
Yeah. Okay. Now you talked about obviously managing your spiritual stress levels through booking all this. So what advice would you give to someone who keeps missing out through the music system?
It's sabr, isn't it? Patience. Patience is,
Don't
one,
go.
one of the main things. If you don't win once, you're going to win. You will get there eventually. But yeah, keep trying. Don't give hope. Don't lose hope. Inshallah, it's in your heart. If you sincerely from your heart want to do something, it will happen.
So
And
how
I believe in that.
so how important would you say sabr is then in this process?
It is. It's sabr now, and there's going to be more sabr when I get to Hajj. I mean, it's going to get harder, and I'm now on a program till May, which I every night have to go through master classes, which is another test. Learning. This is what the people I've gone with. They just don't buy you a package. They make sure your Hajj is done properly. From
That's
A
good.
to Z,
Yeah.
they got your back. I mean, yesterday he had 20 pairs of sandals. He was videoing. These are haram. These are haram. This is good. You can't cover your feet.
Yeah, you can't.
You know,
You got to have
You've got to be
them,
below your ankle.
Yeah.
You could ask uncle and auntie who went 20 years ago, wear anything, doesn't matter. But there's a fiqh before in anything. You have to do Hajj. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it properly.
Properly, yeah.
So this is why I've gone with this group. It's called Hajj with AE.
Okay.
If you want to Google him, Sheikh Abu Isa, honestly, it's probably the best thing I've ever done.
No,
And
it's good the way that you've actually come on the show today to
Yeah.
talk about your experiences and to help others out there. So, out of everything then, what actually helped you personally to stay calm through this whole process? I know you didn't stay calm, but what would you advise people to do? Obviously, they can tap into the Facebook Live, they can tap into the YouTube, they can rewatch the
It's
whole...
research. You have to research.
Yeah.
I'm lucky when I go to work. I've got prisoners. I work in a workshop, so I let them work, and I'm in my office, and I've got access to the internet. And all I was doing was watching old YouTube channels of previous years, how to do it, what to do, this, that, don't do this, don't do
Yeah.
that. And I kept on learning and learning and learning. And you've got to do your research.
So, Cal, I'm going to ask you then a bit about practical advice. What are the top 5 tips that you would give to our listeners out there so that they can hopefully plan for Hajj next year?
First of all, you've got to have your intention. Without intention, without planning, you're not going to get nowhere. You got to prepare. I mean, I bought my rucksack, my sandals last year. I just thought, I'm going to get ready.
Yeah.
You've got to, go with the right group. I think that makes a lot. A lot of people go via Pakistan route. They don't know who they are. You don't know who you're going to meet on the day. You've got to prepare. You've got to go with the right people. You want to know that your Hajj, at the end of the day, is accepted. So you have to go with the right people. That's 3. I think luck as well, maybe, takes a big part of it. I mean, I was lucky I had somebody on the other line who was willing to help me. And when I did put that on the group, I did have 2 other people ring me, said, do you still need help? Do you understand? So,
Yeah.
And, have faith.
So what advice would you give to others then, as part of your 5 tips then?
100%. If you haven't done Hajj, you still have to do it. And it's unfortunate that because we live in the UK, it so makes life difficult. But don't give up. Keep on going. If anyone needs any help to go on this Nusuk system, I'm here. It's easy to get hold of me. You could ask anybody Cal's phone number, and they'll give it to you. And I will come and help you as well.
Excellent. Right. Okay. On that note, subhanallah, what a powerful and necessary conversation this has been. So Hajj is more than a package from what Cal has told us. It's more than a portal login as well from what I've heard. And it's more than a payment confirmation as well. Now, obviously, like Cal said, it's an invitation. Yes, the system may feel overwhelming. Yes, the process may feel stressful. But ultimately, Like Carl said, Allah invites whom He wills, and to stand on the plains of Arafat, and also to circle the Kaaba, and to answer the call of Labaik, Allahumma Labaik. Okay. Now, if it is written for you, no system can block it. And if it is delayed, perhaps it is being prepared for you in a better way. Now, a huge thank you going out to Cal for sharing both his expertise and his personal experience navigating Nusuk. So may Allah grant ease to all those intending to do Hajj, remove stress from their hearts, and grant them acceptance. Ameen.
Ameen.
Thank you, Cal, for that. That was very useful, and I'm glad you pushed me.
Can I just say,
yes,
coming towards the 2 weeks, I got more emotionally stressed out as well. I was crying
I can imagine,
for reasons that I didn't know why.
Yeah.
You know, every time now, even now, when I planning, I've got to do this, I get tears in my eyes. And you know, you have to be emotionally connected to the Almighty.
Yes.
Of course. Yes, that's the key, isn't it? Right, on that, we're going to go on to Sunita now. Sunita is going to talk about baby Ilyas. It is a month of Ramadan. It's all about giving. And she's going to talk about the GoFundMe page, aren't you, Sunita?
I am, yes. So I'm supporting a mum whose little boy, who's 1 year old. His name's Ilyas, and he's just been diagnosed with a rare neurological disorder, and it's called TUB4A leukodystrophy. It's a really rare condition, and there's not many children at all in the world that have this condition. The treatment for it is in America, and they're fundraising at the moment to give him a chance of survival. So with it being Ramadan, and for some people it's Lent, other people may just want to send some money or donate to a really good cause. So we're asking, really, it's a plea, if you can donate or support their GoFundMe. So they've opened, they're on TikTok, and the parents have opened up a page on Instagram as well. On Instagram they are Elias Tub, that's ELIYASTUBB4A. And if you follow them, all the information's on there, the GoFundMe information's on there, and they're just asking for donations really. So if we can just raise awareness, spread the message, if anybody would like to donate, or just keep sharing the link, and hopefully they can support their son, who's only 1 year old, to get to America to get this life-saving treatment. I know if that was me, if that was my child, you'd go to the ends of the world, really, for your child.
Is the link on your page?
I've shared it, yes. I'll leave the details with Alvina as well.
I'll put it on our Iman One pages, yeah.
Perfect. It's just to share the message, really, share it far and wide. And if anybody can donate, the family would really appreciate that.
I mean, obviously, like Sunita says, no parents should have to go through this. And I can't even imagine what they must be going through as well. So what I will do is I will put this on our social media pages, the link and everything. And if the Muslim community, our diverse community out there, if you could please make a little pledge towards this page, you know, a small amount will grow into a bigger pot, won't it?
Any donation that you can give. I've donated, you know, it doesn't have to be, just do what you can afford, because it's all going towards helping little Elias.
Is it Top 4A?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Thanks for that,
you.
Sunita. Right. Okay, panel. After a heavy topic, it's time to separate fact from fiction now, I think. So we are going to be playing Truth and Myth. Okay. So on the table, you will see some cards. I will throw out a statement, and our panel will give their take, and we'll see who's clued up and who's just guessing. And for anyone listening at home, you can play along too as well. So are you ready to find out who's totally telling the truth and who's full of it? Are you ready, panel?
Yeah.
You ready to go? Okay. So remember, they're quick decisions. What you got to do with your truth and your myth card, you've got reversible of these two on either side. What you have to do is you have to turn it round and let me know what it is. And it's got to be a quick decision. You can't hesitate and you can't think. Okay. So here goes the first one. Tough love builds character.
Truth.
Can't see Khalid. Oh, myth. Let's go. Why Khalid?
I don't know. I think. What did he say again? True love builds character.
Tough love builds
Tough
character.
love. Yeah, I don't think so. You know, love. shouldn't build anything. Love comes from your heart.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Fair enough. Now, obviously, that is a story that obviously Cal believes in, and I think Farida wants to say something.
No, I didn't see it as about love. I'm just saying, to me, tough love builds character. Can be like, for example, an example would be getting the children to pay towards contribution towards household bills and things like that. That's what I'd call tough love.
See, love comes in varying forms, doesn't it?
It does.
You know, you have motherly love,
Yes.
fatherly love,
Yeah.
brotherly love, friendship love.
Yeah. I'm glad you touched on that topic, that love comes in many forms. And believe it or not, that is my speciality for a Sunday night show on a different radio station. And Cal, you know how long I've been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Love is just so powerful, and there's so many areas to cover.
Yeah.
There's never one. And I've been doing that now for about 20 plus years,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still doing it. Never repeated a topic.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Love comes in different forms. Okay, next one. Social media creates unrealistic expectations. Is that a truth or is that a myth?
Truth, definite.
Oh, we got one myth. Farida, why? Social media creates unrealistic expectations. I know you talked a lot about social media where everything is just unbelievable. You know, it's not a real life that people are portraying but are trying to. So it's interesting you said myth. So why was that?
I'm not sure, to be honest, where I stand with that question.
Okay.
I'm a bit, yeah.
See, I think you get a lot of fake people on social media.
Yes.
They have to put a persona on.
Yeah.
They have to pretend. But how long can you pretend for? You know,
True.
Frida's different. This is what you get. This
This is
it,
what you
know?
see, what you get.
This
Yeah.
is what you get.
Yeah.
And you'll see her
Yeah.
100 times. If you see her, she'll be the same.
Same person.
But
Mhm.
other people, they do it for the fame. They do it for the money. She just does it for the love.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
There was the
Yes.
lady, in fact, she went to IKEA and she changed the settings in IKEA, took photos and uploaded it onto her Snapchat followers.
Really?
And they fell for it, thinking she's on a different holiday every time. She did it for a few weeks.
Wow.
So, you know, and then after she exposed it, she said, this is what I was doing, and this is, you can't believe all that you see through media, isn't it?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand why you were 50-50 Farida on that
Yeah.
one. Okay, discipline is stricter in schools now. Truth or myth? Oh, look, come on, the teachers are speaking.
Stricter.
Oh my
Stricter, no.
God. Okay.
Oh, my word, no.
Let's get the teachers in this. Now, obviously,
Can I say why?
Ladies,
obviously, Fozia said truth and Zahid said myth. So come on, let's have your
When
views.
the academies first came in and overtook schools, they were not obviously following the behaviour disciplines in schools, but they realised themselves that they shot themselves in the foot, and they have started to put a lot more procedures in place and more
Yeah.
discipline for students as well. That's why I'm saying that. So it has turned around a bit. Initially, it was quite bad,
okay.
and it depends on the school you're at.
I think Fozia's right to an extent, but
Yeah.
doesn't discipline start at home?
Hold on, what era are we discussing? Because I'm doing comparison to my era of school days.
Please talk about your era to date.
What's happening now. And I think it all went pear-shaped when, you know, certain policies were put into place where children had more rights than parents
Yeah.
on discipline. And that's where it really fell, because then suddenly the teachers weren't allowed to discipline. I mean, when I was growing up, there was a cane that the head teacher had.
Yeah, yeah.
You'd hand your hand out and you had the ruler on it
Yes.
if you misbehaved.
Government wants to reintroduce giving parents more parental responsibility and rights over their children now, because they've realised what they've done as well in that sense for that infrastructure. However, I was referring to about probably 15 to 18 years ago, when
Okay.
academies took over schools. So
No,
more of a
yeah.
business. That's what
I
I'm
hear you.
referring to, yeah.
I still think there's a huge problem in 80% of schools, because I've done a lot of supply work across the Midlands, and I find that discipline is
Horrendous.
It's not great at schools.
Yeah.
I think discipline starts at home, and it looks like some of the parents.
Yeah, discipline does start. Discipline does start at home, but then when also parents are getting pulled up because they're disciplining their children, and suddenly they're under social services, you know, being scrutinised.
Yeah.
Can I just twist that?
Yeah, go on.
just to be Islamically, the masjids.
I was going to come on to the mosque as well,
Was
but yeah, you're beating you're beating me to all my questions
Good,
today.
good brains think alike.
Well, it's
don't they?
presenters, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So I used to get a beating every session at the mosque. You know, every
Never.
session.
Wait there. At that time, we all got beat.
Yeah, exactly.
I got beat after you lot.
But nowadays, they can't beat them. I mean, if I got beat and the Malvi used to come to my dad used to say, beat him more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said, beat him more.
Yes,
Yeah.
you will learn.
But
Just-
nowadays, they got child line. They
It's-
press child.
Exactly.
I've got a prison full of Malvis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who have beaten children up.
Oh my word.
Because that's what they used to do. And these kids have gone back all them years ago and made a complaint. And now these Malvis are in prison committing, well, I don't think they've committed a crime, but they're in there because they used to beat kids in their
Well,
class
it's-
because they never learnt.
And it's also understanding when you call beating, there's beating where you're black and blue, domestic violence, and then there's a beating when you have to hand your hand out and you get a little ruler. I remember the head teacher was allowed to do that,
That's acceptable, isn't it?
Yeah, but,
Who went to Valley Park here?
Eh,
Do you remember, oh God, what was her name? Her daughter was an MP. She used to walk around the school, and if you were outside, she had a cane. You could hear-
yeah,
you could hear-
I got to say, Valley Park was known for
you could hear the kids crying.
a bit of punishment. Yeah.
Oh, I tell you.
But then that school got shut down. But anyway, that's another story.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't because of that. It was just that they did stop, caning. Didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
I think that there's a limit to that Farida was saying, like how much are we
yeah.
going to get?
I mean, I have to admit, I never, ever, ever experienced a smack from my mum, from my dad, from any. I was a real spoilt child. Not in madrasa, when I went to Islamic classes, never ever. However, my mum was strict with the discipline. She only needed to eyeball us. And you knew who was boss.
Me and Zahid are laughing because it was the opposite for us. Because
Yeah, and
My mum used to watch Bruce Lee films and try them out on me.
That's terrible. That's no. If it traumatises you on that level, no.
I kind of understand why your mum probably did it. Yeah.
it was my dad. I used to, like Frida said, I used to look at you and I'm in trouble today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that stern look, and I don't know. The discipline was incredible. It was just so much respect.
I went to Blackpool once and with two friends, and I missed the train back. I didn't want to come home
Oh,
because
no.
I knew
What you're going to
I
face.
am going to get the beating of my life. So that's how scared we used to be as kids.
Right.
But we're not now. But
You know, can I say on the flip of that side, a lot of people that grow up and they start hating on their parents for that as well. I think sometimes it has to come from a place of compassion.
Of
What did
course,
they
yeah.
experience in their childhood for them to have done that to you?
Fozia, we deserved it.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Okay. But even if though,
I was gonna say-
there's different types of parenting, is there? You know, the gentle parenting
Yeah.
that they go on about as well.
I mean, I brought my kids up totally different, and I'm bringing my grandchildren up even different to my kids.
You're spoiling your
I'm spoiling
grandchildren,
them,
aren't you?
yeah,
Yeah, I was
100%,
going to
yeah.
say,
It's the
yeah.
parents' responsibility to discipline, grandparents.
Yeah.
I also think it's a different time now, and children know their rights and they know what the teachers can and can't do, but they're also very aware if my parents do anything. I mean, I've seen children, my nieces and nephews, they've recited the child line number 2.
Oh my God.
It is a different world now.
It is, isn't it? There's so much legislation and regulations and stuff in place that the children are known about it, especially childline. You get that word thrown in as well. So I love how strong this energy has been on this particular truth and myth segment. What about this one then? Men find it harder to ask for help. Oh, we're all truth on this one.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I agree with that as well. And success equals financial security. Truth or myth?
Success
Equals financial security.
Myth.
I'm going to go with myth.
Everyone's going on myth. Yeah. So, anyone who want to sort of explain or expand on that one a bit?
Go on, Fozia.
You can see me thinking, can't you?
Let's talk about celebrities then.
Yeah.
I was going to say, well, there's people that have made a lot of money, but they've had a very, very sad life because all they've been focused on is making their money, and then before they know it, times pass by, and it's something you can't get by.
And then
back.
mental health kicks in,
Exactly.
and then they just get like
Yeah, and this takes me back to people
Yeah.
living their life on TikTok. There's a lot of millionaires on TikTok, believe it or not, that have made it, but they literally are on there all the time, every day, and just compromising their real life.
I think money doesn't bring happiness.
No.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
You're right.
Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu sorry.
Go on, sorry.
He led a simple life, and for me, that's my mentality. And I like, a lot of people live like that as well. Have a simple life, enjoy that simple life, because then you don't want to have the luxuries either.
Of course. Sunita, very quickly, we've got 30
I was
seconds.
just going to say, you can make lots of money, but you haven't lived a life.
True. Right. Thank you for that. So, panel, thank you so much. Today we've explored the Nuzuk system, about Hajj and everything. And obviously, a huge thank you to the amazing panel, Sunita, Farida, Fozia, Zahid and Khalid, for your insight and your honesty and the laughs that we have had in the studio. And thank you, Wolverhampton, for your calls, messages and energy. So keep sharing your voices. This is Alvina Ali on Loose Sisters. Join me next Sunday again at 11 a.m. for another hour and a half of unapologetic